So, I believe we're recording now. Yeah. All right. And again, only my side of this conversation is going to show up in the recording because my computer can't hear my phone, strangely enough. All right, so we're on the home page, and well, I'm on the home page, and in order to get to where you can create a new page, you have to go into the dashboard. Um, so you click on dashboard and wait for it to load, and then you wait a little longer, and then you're good to go. And then you see where it says pages on the left. You can go to all pages, and that'll give you a list, like a directory of all the pages. And I'm gonna have you create a page this time as well, just for the heck of it. You're not gonna break anything. I mean, you could delete it afterwards if you really want to. Call it Dwayne's page or something. Um, so I'm gonna create a new page too. I'll call it Dom's page. We'll delete them later. So yeah, yeah. So you can click Add New on the left underneath all pages, or you can go to the All Pages page and click Add New on that page. At the top, you hover over it, it turns into a button, blue button. So you click it, and it'll say, hey, this is a new page. We're adding it, and you can enter the title here. Call it, yours is Dwayne's page, mine is Dom's page. All right, cool. You can put a subtitle here. That's like if you have a catchphrase or a slogan or something. I don't know, or just some subheading that you think is important and should be included. And notice right underneath the subtitle, there's a permalink. That's the link you're going to be giving out in the future. And it's the same. That's the same as the link would be. That's how the link gets generated on a blog post as well. Like you got that little permalink down there, and you can edit it if you don't like the way it does, like a little dash between Dwayne's or Dom's and page, or if you want to underscore, or if you have a specific way you want your link to show up, you can edit it. It won't let you edit myva.va.gov, but it will let you edit the slug, which is what it's called, that little section at the end, the Dwayne's dash page. So that's how you do that. Now there's a couple ways to make a page. The first way is to go with the default the way it is right there. And just start adding content like a word processor, just like a blog post. I mean, and this is, I think, why Megan was like, you should start training up Dwayne on how to do pages, because it's basically a blog post in the shape of a page. See, so like right now, if all you want to do is add some documents and links and stuff, well, you know how to add a document. You just add it to the media library, right? Yeah, yeah, and then you link to it on the page. Yeah. Oh, what I'm saying is, if you wanted to add a document, you would add it to the media library, or maybe click this Add Document button. You could upload a document, and that would upload it to the media library. You see the Add Document button? Yeah, yeah. And so you can click that, and then click Upload Document, and that would add it to your media library. That takes you, so if you try it, click Add Document, Upload Document, it goes to the media library right there. And then you just click Upload Files and drag and drop phone. You drag and drop a document, and now you have a document. It's added to your media library and linked to this page. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you can do that, and that's just, yeah, it's just same like a blog post. Or if you wanted to do it ahead of time, and you wanted to, instead of doing it while you're building the page, if you want to upload all these documents ahead of time, you could just put them in the media library, upload them ahead of time, and then as you're building out the page, start posting to them, or start linking to them. So you do a link, see this document, and then hyperlink it, and put a link to that thing in the media library. And so that's one way that you can build a page. Now there's a blue button underneath the permalink. If you see that, that's the page builder. If you click the page builder, that takes away the normal content section, like where you would just, that kind of makes it's a little bit different from a blog post at that point. And the way that works is that it's a function of rows, columns, and elements. or in this case, it appears to be rows, sub-rows, and elements. It used to be columns. I don't know why they put sub-rows there. But anyway, so if you wanted to add something to a page, you click Insert a Row first, and then you choose the layout. Do I want it 12? See, I think this is based, this template is based on something called Bootstrap, and Bootstrap has a layout that allows for 12 columns, basically, or columns. It adds up to 12, and you can break it down into subsections of 12. So like 363 or 444, and that's how many columns wide your column will be. You know, it'll be 4 wide instead of 3 wide. So it'll break up the total space available into 3 sections of 4, or 4 sections of 3, or any variation therein. And you can choose a custom layout, or you can just choose some of the layouts that it has there. Now, if you choose the full width one, it'll take the entire row and it'll fill that, you know, full width. And you click that. So you can click any one of these layouts, but I'll just choose full width, and you'll be able to see this if you're not following exactly in the in WordPress right now, but you'll be able to see it on the video. And then you choose your layout, and then you click Insert. Now, this is the page builder for this page, or this theme in WordPress. Different themes in WordPress have different layouts or page builders, and they work in different ways, but this is how this one works. So after I put a row, I would click Insert a Sub Row, and then you can you know, you can choose how to break up your sub row. If you want, you know, 6 and 6, or 3, 3 and 3, or if you want a big thing on the left and a small thing on the right, you do like an 8 and 4. So I'll do an 8 and 4 just for the heck of it, and I'm going to insert it. And now I have two columns basically. One is 8 wide and one is 4 wide. 8 is on the left, 4 is on the right. So the right is kind of like a sidebar. And you'll see this when I record it and upload it. But so now that I have these columns, or sub rows, as they like to call them, which really makes no sense to me. But now I can insert elements, and then I click Insert Element, and it gives me all these options of things that I can put in. There's text editor, and that's how you can just add regular content on there. There's basically, you know, the home page that you see for the My VA page now. That was built using the page builder, and I included things like the slider tabs and the carousel, post carousel. There's tabs. There's subcategories, gallery carousel, Flickr feed. There's all sorts of stuff you could put in here if you want. And then there's also WordPress widgets. Pretty much any widget that you want to throw in there, you can put in there. And they're all available right here. So technically, let's say I want to use the post carousel widget. I'm going to call it post carousel. All right, cool. And this is how we got the like top stories carousel, the thing on the home page that has the top story with the big graphic. That's what this thing does. So I'm gonna just put it in there. Now I'm gonna call it top story. Boom. Or no, latest posts. Latest posts. And you can set it up so that it can pull in the latest posts, like everything that's most recently posted on the website, or you can do popular posts, or posts by category, or posts by tags or IDs. But usually we use category, post by a particular category, and that way you can organize content into different category buckets, and it'll just show up in its little section on the page. But and I'm going to be recommending to Anne that we also add a latest posts section, so that, because otherwise all the new stuff that's not in one of the specific categories that's on the front page, people aren't going to know about that, because there's nothing that's like a running feed of all the latest stuff. So anyway, that's you know, for a different conversation, I suppose. But so I'm gonna go with latest posts, and I'm gonna just toss it in there, insert, and I'm gonna preview my page, and you'll see this on the recording. But yeah, previewing my page, and boom, I got a latest posts carousel chilling right there, and nothing on the side, just this latest post thing in the middle. And let me go back to editing my page. Let's say I want to throw something on the right hand side. I click into the right hand column, insert an element, and I have no idea what I want. Slider tabs. Slider tabs are the best. I'm just going to put those. Yep. So top stories. And I'm going to make this post by category, and I'm going to choose the category top stories. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and I don't care who knows it. Insert, and I'm going to preview this page. And now I have all the top stories on the right-hand side. And this is a fine and dandy page. I'm going to publish this page because I'm so proud of it. And you can take a look at what what I have wrought. I'm going to copy the link over in a second, and I'll share it with you in link, and you can go and check it out. Dom's page is the best. Hold on. There you are. Check out my awesome page. It's great. Oh, I sent it to you in link. I don't know if you saw that. Oh. So all I did was basically just toss a couple widgets in, and so you add a row, you add a sub row, otherwise known as columns, and then you add elements, and those elements, that's where they show up. It's right there. Those elements are basically widgets, and they can be set up to pull in stuff, content based on category or tag or recent, stuff. And that's another way to build a page. Now, if you're just making a page that if you're just making a page that is going to be a bunch of links to stuff, you probably don't need to use the page builder. You can take a look at, or you can do the just basically kind of like a post. Hey, look at that! You added some stuff. You got it working. So I'm previewing your page right now. Yeah, and I see you were able to get like, I don't know, what is this? I'm not sure which widget this is, but oh, okay. So yeah. Flickr feed doesn't work so hot, I don't think. At least it doesn't work on Vantage Point inside the VA network. But I mean, it's awesome outside the VA network. I like it because it's like a little list of all our pictures. But inside the VA network, I never see our Flickr feed. So, something about the network blocks it. But you got the idea. I mean, you were able to add a widget. So if you ever wanted to, you could build a page that just to pull in content, and not so much for sharing other things like writing up story and stuff like that. It would be more for pulling in content from elsewhere. Let's say somebody wanted a page for HRNA. I want an HRNA page. Can you build it for me? And I want it to pull in my latest stuff. Well, now you know how to do that. You could build a page, call it HRA, and go in there, use the page builder, and add some widgets that will pull in the most recent stuff. And that's the concept that we're going with there. But so back to the other method. Let's see, Dom's page. I'll go ahead and edit Dom's page, And let's say I don't want to do this page builder nonsense. I'm going to delete the whole page builder thing and exit page builder. And now I can just go back in here and I got this little section where I can just start writing content. This is Dom's page. Thank you for visiting. Please come again. Yay. Update. And now I go and I will preview it and all that other mumbo jumbo should be gone. And it should have this mumbo jumbo. Yep, now it's just a standard page and it's got the sidebar on the side. So can you refresh my page and see what I'm talking about? Yeah, well they have, I mean the link is still there in link. I can post it again if you want. Yeah, well, you're not seeing this is Dom's page. And thank you for visiting. Yeah, that's inspiring words, you know. And then, but you also see all this stuff on the right-hand side. Yeah. So this stuff on the right-hand side is part of the sidebar section default. That is a sidebar that is the standard one that's being used on all pages and posts. And so you don't have to re-add it to the page if you build a page in this fashion, by just doing a little kind of like the more of like a blog post way of building the page, then this sidebar is going to be there automatically. So you don't really have to worry about the sidebar. All you got to worry about is adding stuff to the main content window and linking documents and whatnot, and then it'll just show up here just like And there, I'm pretty sure there's a way. Let me edit the page one more time and see if I can do one more thing. Featured image. Should be able to add a featured image, just like a standard page. Okay, I'm going to set this as a featured image, and let me update the page, and we'll see if it pulls in a featured image just like it does on any other page. I haven't really built a lot of pages in this fashion, so at least not on this blog. Yep, so if you want to add a little flair, you can throw a featured image on there, just like any other page, and then start putting the content underneath it. Yeah, and I think you can actually replace the header picture, but I mean, that's, it's going above and beyond, so you're starting to get too creative. But yeah, so that's how you build a page. I'm not sure what content needs to go up there, but you got a feel for how to do it now. Cool.